It's happening again. There are attempts by self-appointed fact-checkers at media organisation AAP to silence the IPA, who do not want you to be able to hear our research on the proposed voice to Parliament. Activists masquerading as fact-checking journalists are teaming up with foreign big tech companies to prevent and delegitimise viewpoints they do not like, and it has a chilling consequence for free speech in this country. On 14 June 2023, the IPA hosted a members' research forum where leading businessman and Indigenous leader Warren Mundine discussed his personal experiences and perspectives on The Voice. I also spoke about the IPA's research at the event, and the IPA posted it on our social media channels. And despite being nearly an hour long, it has received tens of thousands of views. It is a great example of how hungry Australians are to hear different perspectives about this crucial debate, but the fake fact-checkers don't want any of it. In my presentation, I said that decisions of the New Zealand courts had turned the Waitangi Tribunal from an advisory body alone to a body with a binding decision-making power. The IPA has undertaken extensive research into New Zealand's experience with their Waitangi Tribunal, their Maori voice to Parliament. But the fake fact-checkers want you to believe that the Waitangi Tribunal does not have a veto over some New Zealand laws. They don't want you to believe that one day, should the voice to Parliament be successful, that the same could happen in Australia. Just yesterday, yet another demand from fact-checkers AAP was sent to the IPA, questioning our research on the voice to Parliament. If precedent is to go by, this fake fact-check will appear in the coming days and be used again to censor IPA research. Here are the facts which our research has established. In the 1987 decision of New Zealand Maori Council versus Attorney General, in New Zealand's highest court, they said the following: if the Waitangi Tribunal finds merit in a claim and recommends redress, the Crown should grant at least some form of redress, unless there are grounds justifying a reasonable treaty partner in withholding it, which would be only in very special circumstances, if ever. Under the legislation to create the Waitangi Tribunal in 1975, the tribunal was only granted the power to make recommendations to government. There was nothing saying the government had to offer redress to Maori if the tribunal said so. This is an important point that Australians should consider before they cast their vote in the referendum. However, if these fact-checkers can find a contrary opinion of a so-called expert that suits their agenda, it can be used to claim our research is misinformation, and the foreign big tech platforms use this as a cover to restrict our research videos. This is a worrying development for democracy in Australia, at a time when Australians are being required to consider the most drastic change to our constitution since Federation. And when the federal government is proposing legislation to give sweeping powers to unelected bureaucrats to officially silence opinions they consider misinformation online. We need more debate, not censorship. For more information about the IPA's research, visit ipa.org.au.
Authorised by Scott Hargraves, Institute of Public Affairs, Melbourne.